All right, moving on. Have you guys, I know you guys are on social media, both of you guys. Did you ever run into an account called Dr. Laguna?
No. Is that like Laguna Beach?
Yeah, Trey, Dr. Laguna?
No, I've never heard.
So I'd actually heard of this guy. Of course, I do follow a lot of plastic surgeons. Well, I actually don't follow a lot of plastic surgeons because I look at plastic surgery stuff, they pop up in my feed. I'd seen this guy, Dr. Laguna. He's from Laguna Beach. His name's Aryan Malavi. I'd seen his account, and I thought this guy was like an upstanding guy. I didn't think he didn't have one of those accounts that I look down on. Like some of the ones where they're just like so corny. I'm just like, I look down upon them. But no, his account seemed pretty legit, and I thought this guy was, just cruising along. Well, apparently this guy's in some big trouble because Dr. Laguna was just charged with 2 counts of felony battery. I was like, whoa, that's pretty crazy. And at first I thought maybe this is just something, did he get into a bar fight or something?
That's a huge diploma behind him. Why is it so big?
What is that? That's the American Society of Plastic Surgeons.
That's
Isn't that board
huge.
certification? It does look huge. None of my diplomas are that big.
I don't think his guitar looks really small.
Yeah, there's just a lot going on. That's not an AI pick, though, Sarah. Not an AI pick.
Oh, well.
It's a real pick.
Could have fooled me. I'm just kidding.
So this guy is said to be Instagram famous. So I had to look him up. I didn't follow him. So he had like a reasonable. He had more followers than I did, but not a huge amount. He has like 70,000, I think. But he's known as this Instagram famous like plastic surgeon. He just got 2 charges of felony battery. So like I said, I thought this might have been, guys out at a bar and somebody jacks with him and he like beats him up or whatever. The guy looks like he can take care of himself. But no, because although there are few details in the complaint that was filed by the Orange County Superior Court, it did state that the felony battery was using surgical tools, which I don't think he ran out of his office with a scalpel and stabbed someone. I think that it's something related to a surgery. There are times when doctors and surgeons have been charged with battery due to acts in surgery. Like for example, if you did a surgery on somebody that they didn't consent for, that'd be battery.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that's what it is. I don't know.
They're like knocked down. He just goes, bam.
Yeah, but my first thought was like, oh, he got charged with battery. Like he just got into like a road rage incident or maybe a bar fight. It happens to people. But no, this has something to do with surgery. And then I was like, well, maybe it's nothing. I always give people the benefit of a doubt because, like I said, this guy I'd seen him on social media. I was like, well, he probably is pretty legit. But then the articles that I was reading went on and said a whole bunch of other things that were a little bit concerning. Just a few months ago, he reached a $6 million malpractice settlement. $6 million with over 3 dozen former patients. 3 dozen lawsuits. That's crazy.
Where is he from? California?
Yeah, California. Yeah, 3 dozen lawsuits were settled for $6 million.
How long was the lawsuit going for? Like, how long was that in court and stuff?
I think a couple years.
And he was still able to practice with all those people?
Well, that's a great question, Sarah, because he's also had a lot of issues with the California State Medical Board. Now, these are accusations by the medical board, including gross negligence, falsifying medical records, dishonest treatment of patients, failure to maintain medical records, failure to report adverse events, and unprofessional conduct related to touching of patients. Now, those are allegations. Those are just what the medical board has said. But he did run into trouble in 2022. He got suspended for 90 days by the medical board. So he must have, it was related to some of these things that they were talking about. But I think there's some new ones too. And he was on 10 years of probation. So yeah, it's kind of wild. I guess sometimes you see these internet docs and it's like, oh, obviously this guy's got his stuff together, but apparently there was some bad things going. Of course, innocent until proven guilty. I'm interested to see what the felony battery using surgical tools ends up being. It's always concerning when doctors get charged criminally for something that happened.
It sounds like, but whenever you say it like that, it sounds like he purposely tried to hurt a patient while giving surgery to somebody.
I don't know.
That's what it sounds like when
Would
you say.
Would that be assault or battery? I always get confused with assault and battery.
Whenever I don't know. To me,
Trey,
if I say I got assaulted, if I went up to you and I said somebody assaulted me, you would think somebody tried to hurt you.
To hurt you, right?
Yeah.
So is battery different?
I don't know.
Trey, any idea? I don't know.
I am not
No.
well
Okay.
versed in it.
I don't know either.
I don't go around battering people.
I don't
so
either. I know that they're similar, but I just don't know the legal
I don't know.
differentiation between assault and battery. You always hear them together too, right?
Yeah. Well, it sounds like he's up to no good.
It sounds like it. I mean, like I
Per
said, innocent until
usual.
proven guilty. You know, I always like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but
Okay. Trey Esquire is on the case.
yeah.
So assault is the threat of harm,
Okay.
while battery is the actual act of causing harm.
Assault. That's why they say assault and battery.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
there
like
we go.
assault
So like
is
if I assault you,
tried
like I
to
come
hurt
at you,
Yeah.
but like I don't like rough
Actually
you up,
hit
it's
you.
assault. But if I come at you and I actually cause damage, it's battery.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you, Trey.
Trey Esquire at your service.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Well, like I was saying, you know, I'm always concerned when doctors get charged criminally for things because, I mean, it could be a slippery slope, right? It's like if someone has surgery with me and say a complication happens, but it's not something negligent, like obviously that would never be, you know, a criminal charge. And I think that, and honestly, the ones that we've seen were criminal charges, like they were totally justified. You
Yeah.
know, we've talked about some criminal charges against doctors for things that happen in surgery, like just negligence, not calling 911 when someone goes into cardiac arrest, or, you know, surgeons that go in inebriated and do something. I mean, I don't know if we actually had that, but
Yeah.
I'm just trying to throw up examples. So, but yeah, I'm interested because that's crazy that he was charged with criminal battery for something that happened in surgery. So we'll have to follow up on this one. And I was just surprised. Like, I mean, I didn't like follow Laguna, but I'd seen his stuff, and I was like, oh, the guy looks pretty legit. He was putting out like decent content, you know.
Yeah,
Like a lot of these plastic surgeons put out just garbage, and I'm just like, ugh, you know. But this guy's like pretty legit. So, but yeah, apparently he's.
His diploma's big enough.
I know he's got the
Or
giant.
his,
diploma.
his
Yeah,
certificate
pretty
or
crazy.
whatever
We'll have
it
to
is.
follow up on that.